Hello folks, this is Sula speaking, and you're listening to a commentary video for League of Legends, this one featuring Udyr. One thing you might notice right away is that I am not involved in this game. One of the new things that we can do with the unofficial replay system that we now have for League of Legends is that I can watch replays that other people have sent me, which means that now I can showcase champions that I don't play and in fact don't even own, such as Udyr. This is a game that my friend Speaker sent me that he played, so you can see Speaker uses the username Sideberg, and you can see he's going to be playing as Udyr in this game. This is a ranked game, ranked match, solo queue. I believe that this is about 1400 ELO, which is where Speaker is right now, so you can see this is the matchup. I don't know any of the rest of these players, and I did not actually play in this game. But I'm going to watch the replay here with you and see how things go, because I haven't cast any Udyr games before. In fact, I don't even own Udyr, and I've never played with him even one time. But nonetheless, we're going to see how this game plays out. And it'll let me, and hopefully I'll be able to do this with more champions later on too, just to showcase different champs that, as I said, I don't play and don't even own. Anyway, this is the start of the game. It looks like everyone's going to be going for the blue buff, and since this is a replay that Speaker sent me, I'm going to be generally following him around in the early game, talking a little bit about jungling with Udyr, different things to do, different skills to pick, that sort of thing. Right now, here at the beginning of the game, everyone is simply going towards the blue buff, because Speaker's going to start with Golem over here. These are the starting items. Don't know what the enemy team has yet, because it doesn't look like there's a clairvoyance in this game. One thing that I guess I'll point out is just starting items here. Speaker started with cloth armor and 5 health pots. Pretty standard for junglers. And Speaker also says all 5 of them have flash. So yep, everybody has flash, but that does mean that they only have 1 ghost on their team. So they do have a good amount of escapability, the other team. As far as other starting items, let's see, the Mundo player has picked up Doran's shield, Lux has Doran's ring, Vlad has amplifying tome. So pretty standard opening items for right now. As far as Udyr, obviously if you're going to play Udyr, you generally want to jungle with him. Udyr is very poor in lanes. He's one of the worst laning champs in the game. He's kind of like a Mumu in that sense. Good at jungling, very poor at laning. So obviously if you're going to play as Udyr, you probably want to jungle. You probably should be taking Smite. Cloth armor and health pots, generally starting items, pretty typical for most junglers, so that's what you're going to go with. Traditionally, when people jungled with Udyr, they always started with Phoenix stance, but this was reworked relatively recently, within the last month or so, since at the time that I'm casting this. And now, generally speaking, people like to start with Tiger stance, so I'm going to talk a little bit more about that in a minute. And here, you can see Speaker's getting help from the rest of the team, so that's well done, and that's going to prevent a lot of damage to him as he goes after the Golem here. Alright, so a little bit about Udyr. Udyr is a very unique champion. Udyr has a couple things that make him unique. One is his stances. All of his stances have both an active and have a passive, well, it says persistent, but basically a passive effect and an active effect. So I'll talk a little bit more about them, but Udyr can go back and forth between these 4 stances. And if you notice his passive here, Monkey's Agility, every time he switches between stances, he temporarily gains 10 attack speed and 3% dodge chance, and that can stack up to 3 times. So what you'll see when when Udyr players get higher in level is they will quickly change back and forth between stances to stack up that passive to give them extra attack speed and dodge chance. When you're at low levels like this, level 2, you can't do that because you'll just run yourself out of mana too quickly. But later on, Speaker will be able to do that, and it's one of the more useful passives, I'd have to say. Anyway, in terms of jungling path, Speaker is doing a pretty standard jungling path, starting at Golem, going to Wolves, then going to Wraiths, and then presumably from here he's going to go on to either mini Golems or to red buff, one of the two, and we'll have to see what he does. And here comes Amumu, the enemy team's jungler, coming in here, trying to interrupt his jungling. You can see this is going to set Speaker back. He's taking damage here from the Amumu jungler, the God Hand here. Nice bandage toss, actually, by the way. Gets Speaker pretty low, so that's going to interrupt his jungling and force him to take a different path. That at this point, he can't go after the red buff, the lizard, because he's taken too much damage. So he's going to have to go, I guess he's going to skip lizard and just go for mini golems. Yeah, looks like he's going for mini golems. Anyway, in terms of the stances, you can see Speaker's been jungling with Tiger Stance. This has a persistent effect, increases attack speed by 20%, and then you can trigger it to give a temporary boost, increased by another 20%, and then rends the target, dealing extra damage. That's that claw effect that you keep seeing, and the yellow animation, that's what that is. So Speakers put 2 points in Tiger Stance and 1 in Bear Stance. Bear Stance is interesting. When you activate it, Udyr gets increased movement speed for 2 seconds. So anytime you come out of base, you should activate Bear Stance. But the passive or persistent effect is that when he hits a target, he stuns them for 1 second. See, there it is. That's him using, that Speaker using the Bear Stance. When you hit somebody, when you're in Bear Stance, it will stun them for 1 second, but you can only do it once per every 6 seconds. So very useful. This is one of the reasons why Udyr is a good jungler. He comes out of the jungle, pops Bear Stance for the movement speed, and then stuns you, and then he immediately swaps into another stance, usually Tiger Stance or Phoenix Stance. As I said, Phoenix Stance used to be the one that everybody used, but then it was reworked in some of the more recent patches. So Phoenix Stance not used as much anymore. Now it's more about Tiger Stance. And in fact, I don't think Speaker's going to use Phoenix Stance much at all this whole game. That reminds me, one of the other things that makes Udyr unique is that he basically has no ultimate. He simply has 4 skills. You can put points in Phoenix Stance at level 1 if you want. And what this means is that Udyr will end up with 3 skills having 5 points in them, and 1 skill will only have 3 points in it. So he'll end up at the same place at level 18 as anyone else. He'll have 5, 5, 5, and 3 in terms of skill points. But which one ends up with 3 points is entirely up to you, because he doesn't have an ultimate. He just has 4 skills, and you can skill them in any choice. Anyway, Speaker is coming up here to go for this Teemo player, and you can see this is a good target to go for a gank, because notice how Teemo is beating Vlad 2-1 in lane in minion kills. So if they don't do something, this Teemo is just going to crush this Vlad over time. So here we go. The Teemo is going for the Vlad player. This is perfect opportunity. Vlad's going to use his blood pool. There's the Bear Stance stun, and then together with an ignite and damage is going to allow the Vlad player Sync U05 to get first blood. So that's just a nice jungling combination. Nice jungle kill, Speaker coming out of the brush. Nice play by the Vlad player. Sort of baited him back just a little bit there and was able to get Teemo to chase. So just a nice first blood all around. And if out of the two characters, it's better for Vlad as a carry to actually get the kill. Anyway, now Speaker's coming up to top lane, going after this Veigar player here. This is an Aurelia Veigar matchup up here, so you can see marks with the target. They're both going to ghost and go after Veigar. This is looking really good here, and then Veigar's going to throw down Event Horizon, and oh, Speaker runs into the Event Horizon and gets stunned, and then Veigar's going to flash. So that was not so great. That was a missed opportunity. Yeah, sorry, that was bad. Yeah, that wasn't so good there. Veigar did get away, but to be fair, Veigar brought Ghost and Flash, and he did use both of them there. Nonetheless, that probably should have been a kill. Okay, Speaker's saying he thought it would run out. I guess that means the Event Horizon thought it was down. But yeah, walked into that a little needlessly. Anyway, the other thing I'll mention here is Speaker has the Primal Udyr skin. That's what this one is. Every time you change stances, it changes the look of Udyr. So this is a pretty cool skin to get. I think it's kind of expensive. I think it's one of the more expensive skins. I believe it's a legendary skin. Not 100% sure, but it's a pretty cool skin. Every time you change his stances, his appearance shifts. Like right now, you can see he's in Tiger stance. So that's what's going on there. And now that Speaker's done one pass through the jungle, he's going through again, and then he'll probably look to gank lanes again after that. Let's see what's going on. I'm going to look at some of the other lanes here for a minute. Let's see, we've got Mundo and Lux lane here. That's a pretty solid lane. Lux is farming terribly, though, for some reason. So that's not so good. Anyway, down here, let's see, they're laning against Blitzcrank and Gangplank, and that Gangplank's pretty low. Also, in the newest version of this replay system, we do have updated health bars. They're not always 100% accurate, but they are better. So let's see there. Lux misses her binding and tosses Lucent Singularity. Let's see. Oh, and Mundo dies. Apparently Mundo was low life or something. It sure didn't look like it. But anyway, there's a kill there in the bottom lane. Now here, Amumu is running around in the jungle, and looks like Veigar throws down his Event Horizon, and I guess he's going to get away. I guess he's not going to make it out. Okay, so I guess that wasn't a kill. It sure looked like it was going to be one there, to be perfectly honest. So I guess Amumu was able to slip away. That Amumu's been very aggressive in going into this team's jungle, the blue team's jungle, the one that Speaker's on. So yeah, he's been very aggressive in crossing over the map. And sometimes that works really well, sometimes it doesn't work so well. Hard to say. We'll have to see how this plays out in this game. Anyway, we're at the 8-minute mark, so that means it's been 6 minutes since the golem was killed, so Speaker is going to take it down again, and that's a good smite. Oftentimes you see people smite too early. That one was well done, right when you want to pick that one up. And now that he has the blue buff, Speaker's going to be able to jungle again. Udyr definitely needs blue to be an effective jungler. If not, he's going to run out of mana very quickly. Notice that his stance is... Oh, that's interesting. His stances actually start costing more mana, and then they go down as you put more points in them. I think tighter stance is 70 mana at level. I think it's 75 to start, and then it goes down. Oh, here comes the Amumu player again, coming in here after Speaker. Speaker is going to use Bear Stance for the speed boost. Oh, Vlad's really low too for some reason. I guess he's still getting beat up by that Teemo player. And looks like Amumu is going to slip away. So Amumu, yeah, been very aggressive in going in the other team's jungle, but notice it's kind of putting him behind. You can see Speaker is level 6 and their jungler's only level 4. So yes, he's disrupted Speaker's jungling, but he's disrupted his own jungling too. And his only item is Ninja Tabby, which is a very weird choice. I'm not sure why. I would think isn't tanky, you'd want something more like Merc Treads, but oh well. Anyway, then up here, Mundo is taking over the lane while Vlad went back to heal, and this Teemo player, BMW69, is using his ranged advantage pretty well there. He was beating up that Mundo player pretty good, so nice job there by him. And Speaker's going back to mini golems again, and his lizard should be up very shortly, so Speaker's probably going to go for that next. Oh, notice there that you see Speaker using Turtle Stance. I should talk about that one as well. Whenever Speaker uses Turtle Stance, the persistent effect is you get lifesteal. The active effect is you get a shield, a damage shield. Now here comes a nice gank in here, coming in. Lux hit on a binding. Lux Laser's going to finish off that Gangplank, and then together the Mundo player and Speaker are going to finish off Gangplank. So that was a very nice gank there. Those two players were playing up aggressively because Lux was alone in the lane, and then Speaker and the Mundo player came in around here and came in behind them, and Lux hit a nice binding. Anyway, with 2 kills in bottom lane, that means that they're going to be pretty safe to go and try to pick up Dragon. So this is definitely the right time to go do Dragon. You can see Speaker even put down a Sight Ward up there in order to give them extra vision just in case another one came in. Mundo is tanking Dragon, and then as he gets low, he's going to back off to make sure he doesn't get killed. So just a well-executed Dragon play there. Exactly how you want to be doing that. Alright, anyway, I'm going to look back here at bottom lane. You can see Mundo's still really low from when he was tanking Dragon, and now he and Lux are chasing after this Amumu. Wait, it looks like Teemo's coming down here. So where is Teemo? Oh, there he is. I guess he's going to back off. Okay, I guess he's going to back off there. And let's see. They still have that laning Amumu there, and Mundo still going back and forth with this guy here. Let's see. Oh, Lux catches Amumu in a nice binding. I don't know how low he is, and yep, I guess he really was about to die. Yeah, the health bars, you see them, but they're not always accurate. They're usually off by a couple seconds. Like, they reflect where somebody's health was a couple seconds ago. So it's better than the old replay system, but it is still a little off. Anyway, nice kill there. Oh, and now in comes Splits. Splits is coming in behind them. Let's see, this Splits Gangplank. Lux is going to hit on her binding, and Blitz is going to finish her off with his ultimate and the silence. Now Blitz is caught behind the rest of the team. Vlad's going to come in to pull to slow, and Vlad's going to get that kill. So another 1-for-1 exchange, Lux for Blitzcrank. So nicely done there. And it looks like these three are going to push on this bottom lane tower, which is being defended just by Gangplank. So let's see. Oh, Gangplank's going to use his ult. That's a nice ult there, by the way. Kill all the minions and make it hard for them to go after him. Now they're going to chase, and Gangplank is just going to back off. So that was a nice Gangplank ult. And there, Speaker's going to use Turtle Stance in order to give him the damage shield, and then Bear Stance in order to get the movement speed boost. Oh, and then up here, never mind, there's another fight. Teemo's come down from mid, and he's going back and forth with Vlad, so he's going to get the kill on Vlad. And then Gangplank's going to come in and get the kill on Mundo. Nice parley from Gangplank. Finish him off there. So more back and forth. Now Blitz is coming in. A lot of back and forth. This was a good game that Speaker recommended to cast. There's been a lot of action thus far. Let's see. Going to make it back to the safety of the tower. Oh, Blitz is going to flash in and hit on his grab, Power Fist, silence, but it's not going to be enough to kill Speaker, who is relatively tanky. I don't think that was a worthwhile flash by Blitzcrank. I mean, yes, I guess it's easy to say that in retrospect, but to flash and then grab, Speaker was not close enough to die for that to be a worthwhile gesture, I think. So anyway, that didn't work out. Nice play, but Speaker had too much health. In terms of itemizing, Speaker's got Boots of Speed. He's picked up Madrid's Razor. He's probably building that into Wriggle's Lantern, since that's a pretty standard Udyr. Yep, pretty standard Udyr item. So there we go. Wriggle's Lantern, and then Mercury Treads, a Null Magic Mantle, Sight Ward, 2 Health Pod. That's a pretty good buy. Used all the gold. One thing Udyr gets is he gets a lot of armor as he levels up. He doesn't get any magic resist, I don't think, when he levels up. So buying some early magic resist can make him a lot tankier, which is what you want. The other thing you want to mention, oh, here we've got another attempt at a kill coming in here on Veigar with the Vlad player coming up, but Veigar uses his Event Horizon stun and just gets out of it really easily. So that's a nice play. Veigar's really protected himself with those stuns well. One other thing I'll mention here is that if you're playing a jungler, you need to go for second tier boots sooner, because remember, as a jungler, your whole goal is to come racing out of the jungle to get kills. When you're in a lane, you can often delay second level boots for quite some time if you're advancing towards one build or another. But as a jungler, you really do need that movement speed, because if you're slower than the person you're trying to catch, like, you're never going to kill them unless they're just really playing poorly or something. So anyway, something to keep in mind for those of you when you're interested in playing junglers. And I guess Speaker's going to go back to the jungle, continue. Anyway, Lux is running around here with very low health, so either she's trying to bait the other team or she's just playing really dangerously. I'm not sure what the case happens to be here. But anyway, it looks like they're going to push on this tower here. Oh, Gangplank's going to ult again to defend it. Nice Gangplank ult in order to defend that. But it looks like everybody's going to make it out okay. Or no, Mundo's chasing after Blitz, and wow, that's a nice kill. Nice cleaver toss. If he missed the cleaver toss, he doesn't get that kill. So well played by this Mundo player. And, well, now he's not going to get out. There's no way he's going to make it out with all these people around him, even with Speaker there. Now Speaker's Udyr is going to come in, and I guess Speaker's going to take on this 2v1 against Amumu and Gangplank. Not so sure about that. I don't think this is a good fight to be doing, but in any case, I guess he's going to engage. Bear stance, turtle stance, back and forth. Speaker keeps using the two of them. That's a Teemo Mushroom. Oh, so low, down to 100 HP, but Speaker's going to continue fighting with this Gangplank, and wow, he's actually going to finish him off, and then Amumu chucks in the bandage and finishes him off. Now Teemo fight against Vlad and Lux, and they're going to get the kill on Teemo. Wow, a lot of action here. I don't think it was a good idea to pick that fight, 2v1. I mean, even though it worked out, I don't think that was a good fight to pick. You generally don't want to be fighting 2v1. So even though it worked, I mean, Speaker did just go 1-for-1 there, so probably not the best decision. Anyway, now Lux is going for this Amumu player, but Lux is going to get silenced, and oh, Lux dodges the Blitz grab. Really well done by that Lux player. Then hits the binding, but now she's still got to get away from Amumu, and wow, manages to make it out. That's really impressive. So well done there by the Lux player, who is still running around with 200 life and is looking like a very tasty meal for some of these people. But now Mundo is going back and forth with Blitz. There's another cleaver for the slow. Nicely done. Amumu is still around here somewhere. Yep, there he is. So two very low champs as Mundo continues to chase. Lux Laser. Oh, Amumu down to 50 HP almost. Now there's going to be a silence from Blitzcrank. Mundo's still diving. Gangplank's going to ult in. Vlad's going to get that kill on Amumu. And let's see, can he finish off this Blitz? So yes, Vlad does score a double kill, but and then Teemo's gonna come in and kill Vlad. So many deaths back and forth. I guess that ended up being 2 for 2. I really have no idea which team came out ahead there. Just lots of people getting killed. Probably the other team, the purple team on the top side of the map, just because it looks like those kills are gonna let them go for Dragon here. So I would say that or no, I guess they're not going for Dragon. Looks like they probably could do it here though. Maybe they won't. Or maybe they will. I'm not sure. We just have to watch and see what they do here. I'm not entirely sure. Anyway, Veigar's come down. So yeah, they are going to go for this dragon. And it looks like they're probably going to get this. They have Gangplank, Veigar, and Teemo in the area. 3 here. And Speaker's team, the blue team, doesn't really have much in this area. So Speaker's going to come in here. He's probably looking for a smite steal or something. But wow, that's a lot of Teemo a lot of Teemo mushrooms, a lot of stuns back and forth, and yeah, he's going to have to back off here. He's not going to be able to get that, and so it looks like they are in fact going to take this dragon. So with that dragon, I guess they came out ahead in that fight. Now Mundo's going to engage, and there's 4 champs here, and this is not a good engage. So that was a mistake. Shouldn't have gone in there. Now Lux is also entering for some reason, even though again there's 4 enemy champs around in this area. So. Probably should just be backing off, so yeah, that's the better play. Oh, and there in comes Gangplank. I'm not sure why Gangplank flashed there. That seemed like a silly flash. Oh, okay, I guess that's why he flashed. Never mind. This the old health bar is not updating again. Silly me. So excuse my mistake. I guess that Lux was actually really low and he flashed in to finish her off. So anyway, just a little bit more going back and forth there. This game overall, you can see very even, 12-10 in terms of overall kills. Right now, Gangplank and Blitz are pushing on this bottom tower. In terms of, let's see, in terms of farm, Aurelia has been solo top for a long time, so she's getting a lot of farm. She's got a lot more farm than Vygar. That's a significant edge there, so that might help this blue team later on. Speaker's going to come in to try to save this tower. Oh, there's a Gangplank ult, but Blitz is sticking around at the tower for some reason, and he is going to make it out, but he does have to use his flash to do it. And that tower's down to 100 HP, so that's probably going to go down pretty soon. Let's see, as I was saying, in terms of the overall game, yeah, Aurelia is winning that top lane. Teemo, though, is beating the Vlad in middle lane. He's got more farm. So, in any case, overall, very even game, although for some reason, Gangplank, Blitz have just terrible farm, and Lux, Mundo also have pretty terrible farm. Not sure why their last hitting has been so poor, but probably just because there's been so much team fighting, people running around the map and fighting instead of focusing on last hitting. Anyway, now Vlad is matched up with Vygar here in middle lane, and Vygar's going to get, well, or Vlad's going to get stunned there by Vlad, and then he's going to get stunned here by, he got stunned by Amumu, and Amumu flashed in to get the kill with his tears. So nice use of flash there to pick off that kill. Oh, and that's especially noteworthy because for some reason, Vlad has already taken Majai's, so to get a kill on him was pretty good there. Yeah, their team definitely has a lot of stuns, the other team. Between Vygar and Amumu, they have some very nice area of effect stuns. I mean, if they hit on both of them, they're going to do they're probably going to win fights. At the same time, though, if the blue team, the team Speaker's on, can avoid getting hit by those 2 AoE stuns, area of effect stuns, then they probably are stronger in just a straight team fight if they can avoid those stuns. Yeah, because champs like Teemo and Gangplank are sort of untraditional in terms of doing damage. Teemo relies on his poison and his attack speed to do damage. Gangplank relies on doing crits, so they're not sort of like straight carries like a lot of other more mainstream carries. So there's that, and then they also have double tanks in Blitzcrank and Amumu. So oh well, we'll have to see. It'll be interesting, but in just straight up team fighting, they're probably stronger. Overall. And Mundo is now disconnected briefly, so I don't know what's up with that, but hopefully he'll be back. I have to imagine he'll be back, or else this wouldn't be a game interesting enough to be worth casting. Based on what Speaker told me, this is a pretty good game. So anyway, good game, very close game here right now. As I said, lots of action. There's another Gangplank ult to defend this tower, and yes, the minions are dying, even if you can't see it on the replay system. And that tower took a lot of damage. Yep, there it is, now it updates. So yeah, that tower did take a lot of damage. So nice Gangplank ult. Gangplank ult is useful, both for team fights. If everybody's fighting, get them to fight inside your cannon barrage. Also, very useful to save towers, almost like a fortify in a way, because you kill all the minions of the team that's attacking them, and then they've got to back off or else tank the tower. So Gangplank's used that pretty well. And here comes Blitzcrank. Blitzcrank is coming in here. Speaker and Vlad are going to engage with them. Amumu uses his ult for the AoE stun. Now it looks like they probably need to get out of here. It's a 4-on-3 here. 4-on-3. Now Aurelia is doing a lot of damage with her blades. Oh, and Lux has come in from the back end, so that's going to help this out a lot. Speaker picks off a kill on Blitz there with his bear stand. And now, let's see, Teemo just went down, Aurelia just went down. Now it's just Lux and Vygar. And Speaker is backing off, probably wisely, because he has 100 HP and he has double buff. And you don't want to give double buff up to the other team. So yeah, nice way to back off. So 3 for 2. That's pretty impressive. I thought that was probably not the best time to go in and engage there. I think the other team had a 4-on-3 for most of that fight, but this side, the blue side, was actually able to recover and actually play pretty well there. So well done. Yeah, and the Aurelia player, Soifan, says that fight was sloppy. So yeah, it was indeed pretty sloppy. It didn't seem like there was much coordination on either of the two teams there. They just kind of stumbled into it. Anyway, Speaker having a good game, as I'd expect, since he sent me this replay. 4-1-3. You can see, in addition to Wriggles and Mercury Treads, he's also picked up an Aegis. Good item for Udyr to get. He's one of the better champs to get it on. Helps make him tankier, gives him that team aura. By the time that you pick it up, you're going to be out of the jungling phase, so he'll be with other champs on your team supporting them. And here, Ruby Crystal Longsword, probably building towards a phage. I know that Trinity Force is also pretty widely used on Udyr, so it's another common item. In terms of, let's see, down here at the bottom lane, I'm getting a ping. Let's see, Lux and Blitz are going back and forth, and let's see, they look like they're engaging. Lux is in a dangerous position here. Yep, see, there we go. Blitz finished off that kill, and now everybody else looks like they're trying to get down here to join in that engagement. Let's see, in terms of... Oh, right there, Blitz took a ton of damage. Oh, okay. He didn't take a ton of damage. That just updated from the Lux fight. And here, Vygar is getting caught in a bad spot. He went into this brush where there were 3 enemy champs. And so Speaker, the Vlad player, and the Aurelia player finished him off pretty quickly. So yeah, bad place for a little black mage to be. Here, nice move by Speaker to tank this minion wave so that this tower doesn't take damage. That tower's about to die, so that's probably why he's doing that. And then while this was going on, Mundo slipped mid and took down that tower, so pretty well done by Mundo. Now the Teemo player is chasing him. Oh, and there's a fight going on down here as well. They're able to get a kill on that Blitzcrank. And now Gangplank is trying to get a kill on Vlad, has gone back to engage in the fight. And let's see, are they going to... Oh, there it is, the bear stance stun. And so Speaker's going to be able to pick that off for his 6th kill. So wow, well done. Nice job by... Oh, I have no idea what those pings are. I have no idea what that's supposed to mean. Nice job by that Vlad player to bait, serve. I don't know if he was intentionally baiting or not, but was able to get that Gangplank player to stick around in the hopes of killing him. And now here I'm going to zoom in, and this is really busy, just so you can see. There's the tiger stance. Switch to bear stance. Switch to another stance so I can see it. Oh, never mind. So anyway, now they've caught Amumu here, Amumu and Teemo trying to stop their dragon, although we're able to pick that up. Meanwhile, Mundo is taking top lane while this is going on. And there, Lex manages to catch Teemo in a binding. Now, if they can just finish him off, let's see, I guess Aurelia was fighting with Vygar over here. Lux Laser apparently misses, and all those Teemo mushrooms, so looks like they were not able to get either Vygar we're not able to get either Vygar, or not able to get Teemo or Amumu there. They're able to slip away. Yeah, mushrooms. You can read what it says there. So yeah, Teemo defending himself well with mushrooms, and while this is going on, Mundo is still going after top lane. Doesn't look like anyone on the other team, on the purple team, is going to stop that. So yeah, he's able to push up there. Oh, and then Gangplank's going to use his ult to defend that tower. And Mundo is burning his ghost as he tries to farm these minions. Probably should have just left and not had to waste his ghost like that. Is he going to get out? Yes, he's going to make it out of there. Okay. Let's see, down there, Speaker's picked up red buff again. In terms of skilling Udyr, he's been going tiger stance, turtle stance, bear stance. Speaker put a point in Phoenix stance, but I'm not sure I've seen him use it even once. Anyway, this is a good point to stop and take a break, so we will pick this back again next time in part 2, so check back soon.